At a private art auction in Geneva, two men sit across the room bidding on the same Picasso masterpiece worth $12 million. The first wears a diamond-encrusted Rolex Daytona, custom Gucci loafers, and a suit covered in visible luxury logos, while the second appears in a plain navy sweater, unmarked leather shoes, and a watch most wouldn't recognize as a $200,000 Patek Philippe. By the end of the evening, the second man will drive home in his 15-year-old Volvo, having purchased the painting, while the first will leave in his rented Lamborghini, his credit cards maxed from maintaining an image he cannot actually afford. This scene, repeated in various forms across the world's wealthiest circles, illustrates the fundamental divide between quiet luxury and flashy luxury, two completely different philosophies about wealth, status, and self-expression. Understanding this distinction reveals not just different approaches to spending money, but entirely different value systems, social codes, and relationships with the concept of luxury itself. Flashy luxury, sometimes called nouveau riche or logo-driven luxury, centers on visibility and immediate recognition. This approach to wealth display emerged prominently during the 1980s and 90s, when brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and Versace built empires on monogrammed products and bold designs that announced affluence from across a room. The psychology behind flashy luxury is straightforward. Wealth becomes meaningful primarily through its recognition by others, creating a form of social currency based on brand visibility. The typical expressions of flashy luxury include exotic supercars in bright colors, oversized diamond jewelry, clothing covered in luxury logos, and accessories that prioritize brand recognition over subtle design. Social media has amplified this tendency exponentially, with platforms like Instagram and TikTok creating entire ecosystems around displaying luxury purchases to audiences of thousands or millions. The rise of influencer culture has transformed flashy luxury from occasional indulgence into a full-time performance where individuals curate their entire lives around demonstrating wealth to strangers. Quiet luxury, by contrast, represents an older and more sophisticated approach to affluence that prioritizes quality, craftsmanship, and insider knowledge over external validation. This philosophy, deeply rooted in old money European and Asian traditions, views conspicuous consumption as gauche and unsophisticated, the mark of someone trying too hard to prove something to others. Quiet luxury focuses on materials, construction, heritage, and exclusivity that only experts and fellow connoisseurs can recognize and appreciate. The products associated with quiet luxury often carry few or no visible logos, focusing instead on exceptional quality that speaks for itself to those who understand. Brands like Loro Piana, Brunello Cucinelli, The Row, and Keaton exemplify this approach, producing garments that can cost tens of thousands of dollars yet appear understated to the untrained eye. A quiet luxury cashmere sweater might cost $5,000, but you'd need to touch it and understand fiber quality to comprehend why it commands that price. If you're fascinated by these hidden codes of wealth and want to understand the psychology behind how the truly affluent live, you're in exactly the right place. Subscribe to Lux Eternal and activate that notification bell to join our community of luxury enthusiasts who explore the authentic world of high-end living beyond social media facades. We're also running an exclusive giveaway right now. Check the link in our description to participate and potentially win something extraordinary. Your support enables us to continue producing these deep investigations into the real world of luxury and wealth. The distinction between these two approaches extends far beyond clothing into every aspect of lifestyle and consumption. In automotive choices, flashy luxury gravitates toward attention-grabbing vehicles like bright yellow Lamborghini Aventadors, chrome-wrapped Rolls-Royces, or customized Bentleys with ostentatious modifications. Quiet luxury prefers understated excellence, perhaps a Porsche 911 in a subtle color, a classic Mercedes S-Class, or even a well-maintained vintage vehicle that only car enthusiasts would recognize as valuable. Tech billionaires have become famous for their quiet, luxury automotive choices, with many driving Toyota Land Cruisers, Honda Accords, or even Subaru Outbacks despite being worth billions. This isn't about frugality, but about prioritizing function, reliability, and avoiding the attention that flashy vehicles attract. Watch collecting provides perhaps the clearest illustration of this philosophical divide. Flashy luxury watch enthusiasts gravitate toward pieces with maximum visual impact: diamond-bezeled Rolex Submariners, Audemars Piguet Royal Oaks in rose gold with visible complications, or Richard Mille watches designed to be noticed from across a room. These timepieces, often costing between $50,000 and $500,000, function primarily as wearable status symbols. Quiet luxury watch collectors focus on horological excellence, heritage, and subtle sophistication that only fellow enthusiasts recognize. They might wear a Patek Philippe Calatrava with a simple white dial, a vintage Elegance in rose gold, or a Vacheron Constantin from the 1950s that looks unremarkable but represents the pinnacle of watchmaking artistry. These collectors understand that a $200,000 watch doesn't need to announce its value to strangers. It needs to demonstrate exceptional craftsmanship to the few who understand such things. Real estate choices reflect similar patterns, with flashy luxury favoring dramatic modern mansions with floor-to-ceiling glass walls, infinity pools visible from the street, and architectural statements designed to impress. Quiet luxury prefers historic properties, understated elegance, and privacy. Perhaps a Georgian townhouse in London, a restored villa in Tuscany, or a shingle-style compound in the Hampton Shidden behind mature hedges. The geographical preferences differ as well, with flashy luxury gravitating toward highly visible destinations like Dubai, Miami, and Las Vegas, while quiet luxury prefers more discreet locations like the Cotswolds, Martha's Vineyard, or exclusive Swiss mountain villages where paparazzi rarely venture. The psychological and social dynamics underlying these approaches reveal deeper truths about wealth and identity. Flashy luxury often stems from newfound wealth, immigrant success stories, or cultural contexts where displaying prosperity represents important social signaling. In many cultures, showing wealth demonstrates not just personal success, but family honor, provides security through visible power, and fulfills important social obligations. There's nothing inherently wrong with this approach. It simply reflects different cultural values and personal priorities about the purpose and meaning of wealth. Quiet luxury typically emerges from generational wealth, cultural context emphasizing discretion, or personal philosophies prioritizing privacy and substance over appearance. Old money families often practice quiet luxury because they have nothing to prove, their social position is secure, and they've learned through experience that visibility attracts problems ranging from theft and fraud to unwanted attention and social climbing. However, the rise of quiet luxury as aspirational aesthetic on social media platforms represents an interesting paradox. Thousands of influencers now promote quiet luxury aesthetics while simultaneously engaging in the most visible form of consumption possible, broadcasting their lives to millions of followers. This performative minimalism, wearing unbranded expensive items while carefully documenting them on Instagram, represents neither true quiet luxury nor authentic flashy display, but rather a third category of aspirational performance. The economic realities behind these styles also differ significantly. Flashy luxury can often be achieved through strategic purchases of entry-level luxury items, designer accessories, or financed luxury cars that create an impression of wealth potentially exceeding actual financial resources. This accessibility explains flashy luxury's popularity among aspirational consumers and social media influencers who need recognizable symbols to build their brands. Quiet luxury, by contrast, genuinely requires substantial wealth because the items are expensive without offering the return on investment of social recognition. Spending $10,000 on an unbranded Brunello Cucinelli suit only makes sense if you're wealthy enough to not need validation through visible logos. This creates a natural barrier to entry that preserves quiet luxury's exclusivity. The fashion industry has responded to these dynamics with increasing sophistication, with many luxury houses now offering both flashy, logo-heavy lines and more subtle, high-end collections. Hermès exemplifies this perfectly, producing both instantly recognizable Birkin bags with prominent hardware and their ultra-luxury Faubourg collection with minimal branding that only experts recognize. This allows brands to capture both market segments while maintaining their prestige positioning. The concept of investment value differs between these approaches as well. Flashy luxury items often depreciate rapidly because their value lies primarily in trend relevance and social signaling that becomes outdated. A logo-covered designer bag from 5 years ago might look dated today, while classic, quiet luxury pieces remain eternally relevant. Quiet luxury items, particularly from heritage brands with strong craftsmanship traditions, often retain or increase value over time. Vintage pieces from Hermès, Patek Philippe, and similar houses can appreciate substantially, functioning as genuine investments rather than pure consumption. The cultural shift toward quiet luxury in recent years reflects broader social changes, including increased awareness of wealth inequality, social media fatigue, and generational differences in status signaling. Younger, wealthy individuals increasingly reject the ostentatious displays favored by previous generations, preferring experiences, sustainability, and subtle quality over visible consumption. The rise of the stealth wealth movement, particularly popular among tech entrepreneurs and younger heirs to family fortunes, represents the ultimate expression of quiet luxury philosophy. These individuals actively hide their wealth, avoiding any visible markers of affluence and sometimes going to elaborate lengths to appear middle class. However, critics argue that quiet luxury can represent its own form of elitism, creating insider codes and exclusive knowledge systems that serve to separate the truly wealthy from aspirational consumers just as effectively as logos, but with added sophistication. The person spending $5,000 on an unmarked cashmere sweater isn't necessarily more virtuous than someone buying a logo bag. They're simply engaging in a different form of status signaling aimed at a more exclusive audience. The hospitality industry illustrates these distinctions perfectly through different property types. Flashy luxury hotels feature dramatic architecture, celebrity chef restaurants, and high-profile locations, think Burj Al Arab in Dubai, or over-the-top Vegas properties. Quiet luxury properties emphasize discretion, service excellence, and exclusivity, like Aman resorts or private alpine chalets accessible only by referral. Understanding these distinctions matters because they reveal fundamental truths about wealth, status, and values in contemporary society. Neither approach is inherently superior. They simply serve different purposes, reflect different value systems, and appeal to different aspects of human psychology regarding status and self-expression. Flashy luxury celebrates achievement, provides clear social signals, and offers accessible entry points into luxury culture for those building wealth. Quiet luxury emphasizes insider knowledge, prioritizes quality over recognition, and reflects confidence in social position that requires no external validation. The most sophisticated, wealthy individuals often blend both approaches contextually, understanding when visibility serves their interests and when discretion proves more valuable. They might wear subtle luxury daily, but appreciate a dramatic designer gown for appropriate occasions, drive an understated car in their hometown, but rent exotic vehicles on vacation, and understand that different contexts call for different approaches to self-presentation. The future of luxury will likely continue evolving toward more nuanced combinations of these philosophies, as brands, consumers, and cultural values adapt to changing social dynamics. What remains constant is that luxury, whether quiet or flashy, ultimately serves human needs for beauty, quality, status, and self-expression, with individuals choosing approaches that align with their personal values, cultural context, and life circumstances. The difference lies not in the amount spent, but in the statement made, the audience targeted, and the values expressed through those choices.